folks who are criticizing it don't seem to have any ideas in terms of how to reduce costs, ensure millions of people get coverage for the first time, make sure that insurance is more secure.
All right, now that was President Obama challenging Republicans to come up with their own ideas to fix health care, a challenge Republicans say they are glad to take. In a letter to Mr. Obama, 34 House Republicans say, quote, since the inception of the Affordable Care Act in 2010, many of us have offered countless alternative health care reform proposals. While we understand your desire to preserve your signature piece of legislation, it is a false choice to say that the ACA is the only way to reform health care. It was 2009 there, but it was passed in March of 2010. Tim Griffin, one of the signatures on that letter, member of the House Ways and Means Committee, with me now. And, sir, good morning to you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, bring on the ideas. What would you do? What could you sell to this White House?
Well, here's the deal. First of all, he said he would meet with anybody. I don't agree with him on much, but I think I can qualify as anybody. But the question is, why does the president want to keep doing things the old way, the old top-down, Washington knows best, one-size-fits-all approach where people in D.C. pick a couple of agencies like HHS and IRS and say, hey, that's the answer to the problem. That's the answer to the few folks that we've got to get insurance. We've seen that that approach does not work. In fact, it's a disaster. And what we say is, look, it's not a choice between Obamacare or nothing. There are a whole host of ideas that we have that will focus on a bottom-up solution, meaning the patient and the doctor make choices about health care. Let me give you some examples. First of all, let's expand the role of health savings accounts so that people can save tax-free and make decisions about their health care and use that money for that. Let's have competition across state lines where insurance companies have to compete. So if you're in Arkansas, you don't have 4 providers to choose from or whatever. You may see a plan in Oregon or some other state, Ohio, that you want, and you have the ability to get that. And we could deal with the high-risk folks, the people that have pre-existing conditions. We can have high-risk pools that deal with that, so we can address some of these problems that people feel like they're getting addressed with Obamacare, that small percentage, but we can do it in a way that doesn't wreck health care for everybody else.
You know, a lot of these ideas, they came up in 2009 and 2010. They went nowhere. Now you're asking for an audience with the president on these ideas. Will you get it?
Well, we're going to keep pushing. Like I said, I think I qualify as at least anybody, but here's the thing. Now we have the benefit of showing folks what the result is when you go down the road that he chose. We've seen what their reforms do, and they don't work, and they certainly don't lower cost, and they don't preserve quality of care. And I tell you, Bill, there are a lot of people who like the insurance plan they had, they like the amount that it cost them, but this president said, I know better than you. I'm going to tell you which insurance plans you need and that you can have. Well, we disagree. We think that people ought to make their own decisions about what's good for their health care.
One more point on this. The administration consistently says it took Massachusetts a year to get up and running. Is it just a question of time for Obamacare to get up, running, and rolling?
No, because it's built on some fundamental flaws, and that's the problem. I mean, this is a system that is set up for Washington to say, one size fits all. We're going to tell all of America how you have to have your health care. This system that the president has set up strips away patient choice. Our ideas, our solutions are patient-centered that allow the doctor and the patient to make decisions about what they want to do and give lots of flexibility.
Your letter concludes at your earliest convenience. That's the message to the president. We will see when that happens. Tim Griffin.
You'll be one of the first to know.
Right on. Thank you for your time today, sir.
Thank you.
Martha.